Pumpkin carving and scuba diving? Two things that most would not pair together. But when you gather the Utah dive community on a sunny fall day in October, you get some crazy ideas, like carving a pumpkin underwater.
Today was our annual underwater pumpkin carve with Neptune divers and Seabase.
Oh, here we go.
It was mixed with our anywhere from brand new divers to our dive professionals, all experience levels. This is a great way to bring them all together. We had just over 20 divers that were carving pumpkins.
As if pumpkin carving wasn't fun enough, we're going to go underwater and carve whatever design we have, and fish flying all around us, and we're going to make a turtle out of it, sea turtle. So I don't have an official weight on it. We're estimating 50, 60 pounds. We started early spring growing it in my backyard in Heber City.
With tanks on their backs, divers took to the water at Seabase, sinking their pumpkins to the bottom to carve with their dive knives. While at the bottom, divers meticulously planned and carved their design, while fish gathered around to observe the spectacle.
Well, this morning was my very first dive that I've done ever since I've been certified without an instructor by my side. And I was nervous when we first got in there, and it just started to come together and I felt better. Then we started carving our pumpkins and it was a lot of fun.
We gutted our pumpkins, then went underwater to carve them. And you just carved underwater what you had in your brain, and just made sure it didn't float up on you, and you tried to have fun while doing it.
Because it moves around everywhere on you, and you're in your wetsuit, you're all tight and constricted, and you're trying to see around, you got limited visibility.
With the visibility being merely a few feet, the divers made do and overcame the challenge and got creative with their knives and carved an array of pumpkins. Being fed by saltwater springs, Seabase resembles what it's like to dive in the ocean, and it's a great training ground for people in Utah to experience what an ocean dive is like.
We started Seabase because we wanted a place for Neptune divers people and other divers to be able to have a normal, natural environment to dive in. And the fact that the water turned out to be salty and perfect for ocean life, we put ocean fish in it, and so it was extra fun just because we like interacting with animals and it makes it realistic. We've done an annual pumpkin carving contest since the early days because it gave people a reason to come out this time of the year after school starts. And it's an event that turns out to be really good for a shallow water place, and we have lots of shallow areas, so it just seemed a natural.
We prefer diving at Seabase because it's more of a natural environment. They can actually wear their thick wetsuits and get more experience and work on their buoyancy a little bit more so that they're prepared when they go and dive the ocean.
And the perfect way to end a dive, a delicious chili lunch and a raffle. Skills this day were put to the test on how creative they could get with their pumpkin carves. From scary faces to sharks and even a sea turtle, the top carves won prizes and raffle tickets were given to the entire group.
A lot of the people had 20 plus tickets, and they earned those from attending the monthly dive-alongs and taking specialties from Neptune divers. We hope this year we get even more attending those monthly dive-alongs. We have a lot of dive sites we hit, and then we top it off with our favorite here at Seabase in October.
If you want to get involved with the Utah dive community, you can by following Neptune Divers on Facebook to stay updated on all the dives they have planned, and maybe next year you could find yourself carving a pumpkin underwater and putting those new dive skills to the test.